And welcome back to another video. Have you ever seen that scene in The Day After? There's people talking on the television. There is peace in progress. Each president is talking to each other, Russia and America, while the nukes are flying. Practically, we are in that situation, but the nukes are not flying yet. But they're not telling you what shit is going down. No, the whole 9 yards is yet to be unveiled or to put into act. So, the other day in Moscow, and don't forget these drone attacks on Russia. Ukrainians are not behind it, and we've got NATO, satellites, military hardware, and even military personnel and technicians which are using these Western weapons against Russia. And Russia, they've done one of the biggest so-called evacuations, and so far 17 aircraft, taking the president and a whole of military staff towards the east in the Eurasian Mountains, where so-called the Russian version of Cheyenne Mountain is for Putin. And mind you, attacks on Kiev itself is increasing. They do more damage, selective damage. For now, surgical damage part of the Russians. Lack of air defense systems, or the Russians have been becoming really successful on bombing the crap out of Zelensky, while the population perishes. Obviously, America has 1 year in advance put in deployment the B-61-13, the new version of a tactical nuke. It's already done. The Russians are doing the same. They are readapting their planes with some type of nuke, air-to-air missile nuke job. And after the Estonian stunt and boarding yet again another commercial vessel of Russia, we call it the Shadow Fleet, and on this occasion they met heavy resistance. The Estonians, they crapped their pants. The Russians are deploying armed escorts of their shadow fleets in that area. So who dares to board it is probably going to get fired upon, that's for sure. And regarding back to Gaza, there was a disgusting thing. These so-called new land settlers, they're done on purpose. I put a barbecue on, and all these delicious smells went over the side where Gaza is, and obviously inciting these poor devils, Palestinian devils, which are getting massacred every day, which no one talks about. They come over and make their food. And we got Lindsey Graham saying, why we don't nuke Gaza yet again. You got to show how these people of power don't give a shit for no one. And mind you, they'll be coming for us one day. Not coming for us. We'll be the last ones to know when the shit goes down. I say, thank you for everything. So long for the fish. It's a quote from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. A very ironic one. But when freedom of speech and your civil liberties have been cracked down, that means there are two things. There is a tyranny government which is really rearing its ugly head, or we're going to war. And obviously Germany sending their troops in I don't know, some forgotten Balkanic country for the first time in their history after the Second World War for permanent deployment. Why would you want to do permanent deployment? Soldiers there? It sounds like preparation for World War III. Folks, buckle up. You thought the ride last year was heavy. It's going to be more rough, and then it is going to pass. If it doesn't blow us the kingdom come these Zionists in power. It's going to be rough and tough. Despite our domestic, problems, high inflation, economical crisis, this would be a good excuse to go to war.